Hello YouTube, this is Deon here, and for this video of the theMdeon's skateboard trick tips, I'm going to be teaching you how to set the skateboard up, how to put it up. It's what usually known for skaters, what we call a setup video for putting a board together. So before we get started, you gotta have some tools on you, like this unit multi-purpose tool. Some sort of filing tool that you can use when you're working on the grip tape on the edges of the board. So I'm using the skateboard hanger because it also works as a filing tool. I also got to have a knife, have like a pocket knife or something for when you're cutting the grip tape on the sides. And I may even need this little screwdriver when I'm going to be punching the holes in the deck for the hardware. So anyways, I've already introduced you the parts of the board in one of my past videos. I'll post that link in the video in the description below. So the board I'll be setting up, it's going to be a blueprint board along with some black magic grip tape. So before we get down to business, I already mentioned that part, so let's just peel the plastic off the board. Okay. So, and now I'm going to be working on the grip tape. As you can see, the grip tape has to be placed on this paper here. On this side, it's waxed so it doesn't stick. And now, I'm going to be setting it up. I'm going to start on one end right here. Make sure that your board is aligned right with the grip tape. Okay. Just tap it down gently. So, and also be aware you don't get any air bubbles. As you can see, I'm starting to get some right now. Just keep tapping it down. Yeah, that's my brother downstairs. I'm talking to his son. Complaining about having the computer on a little too loud down there because he's watching too many videos on YouTube. Now, I'm just trying to find any remaining air bubbles in there and try to tap them down. Now, I did a skateboard video setup before. I did a setup video before on my main channel, but I had to put it in 3 parts because I couldn't upload videos past 15 minutes. So I'll post those links to in the description below. Okay, just keeping. It doesn't appear to me there's any air bubbles left on this board, so now I think it's safe to use a filing tool. You see, it's a little dark to tell, but you got a file right around the edges of the board, so you obviously have a clear area where you can use a knife to cut the grip tape off. Yeah, cutting around the nose and the tail is a little tricky because it's a curved surface. as you can see, well, it's a little dark to tell because of the sunlight, but you can technically see some markings, and well, you basically know what I'm talking about when you. So I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna have to make sure the grip doesn't stick around to the sides of the board right here, and that's. I think it's safe to get that knife out and start cutting the sides. Yeah. It's probably best you find a nice little spot to cut right on the edges. And the best way to cut the grip tape is going to like a smooth sliding motion down. This is stupid. I did a setup video before, but I never actually put on black magic grip tape before. So this is going to be something different for me. I think I may have an extra knife in the shelf underneath this desk. Yeah. Mostly we're good with this one right here. So. You know, maybe I should probably file this down a little more, so. This is actually my second time doing a setup video on a web camera. Mostly I just like to set up my boards off camera. I guess this gardening knife is pretty good for when cutting grip tape with. It may not be as smooth, but at least it gets the job done. It'll probably work its way later on when I'm skating it in the spring, because I'm not gonna skate this setup now. I'm just gonna wait for my premium board to last me, hopefully throughout the fall and maybe even the winter. It's gonna take a while. I'm sorry if it's a little long, but for this channel I can actually upload videos past 50 minutes, so. I'll probably edit to this video a little bit, so I can make it less boring, you know. Well, the grip tape's done. It's not perfect, but what's on there now, so I can't repeat this step. So now the next order of business is to put the trucks together, and that's when you're gonna need this tool and this. First, you're gonna have to poke some holes on the grip tape here. That way, so I can be able to put the bolts on, and then I can have access to them. later on if I need to like take the trucks off or just to tighten them or something. Let's just poke the hole right here. I'm sorry if I can't see this video really well. It's because it's a little too bright in here. I wonder if I turn off the light, maybe you might see better. Or not. You know, on second thought, I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move the web camera over here. That way, then you get a better reading. And again, I do apologize for taking so long. Okay. And I'm really sorry for the quality. So, okay, I got some holes in there. Now I can start punching in, putting hardware inside the grip. I gotta get these. I gotta get the nuts and the bolts off. I'm also gonna have to work on this with my other truck. One of my screws is one of my bolts just dropped on the floor, and I just dropped it again. Alright, first, you gotta put the base plate around the truck where the holes are, and you gotta put a bolt right inside the hole here. Put the truck in. Just twist inside with your hands first, but don't tighten it down yet. Because, whoops! Looks like I didn't put the truck in right. It's supposed to be right around here. Now I'm just gonna put this one in on the other one, just to have a cross hold on them. Like I said, I'm not gonna tighten them right now. I'm just trying to put at least a couple of bolts in at a time to hold the truck. Now I'm gonna do it on the other side. Now I'm going to try to put all the nuts and bolts in, and then I'll tighten them down. But it's probably going to be not going to be as easy as it looks. Now, like I said, you can check out the parts of the skateboard of this board that I'm setting up. It's in one of my past videos. It'll be in that link. It'll be in one of the links in the description below. It's called the parts of the skateboard. I think that's what the name is. So, we can always look up. Just click on that link if you want to take a peek at it. Okay, so just trying to get this last nut screwed in right here with my fingers, and now I can actually use this tool to tighten them down. Now this part here can lock right onto this part here will lock onto the nut here. Just twist it in. Just use this little screwdriver to hold the bolt in place. Okay. Dang it. I noticed that my nut hasn't completely sunk in yet. It'll probably sink in eventually. I mean, some of this hardware have been used before, so. Okay, I'm not gonna talk anymore for the rest of when I'm tightening these trucks down. So when I edit this together, I'll just fast forward. God, be kidding me! And now, I get to move on to my favorite part of setting up the board, which is setting up the skateboard wheels, setting the wheels up with the bearings inside. Dropping everything today. Well, in the part introduction to the skateboard parts video, I was gonna put some Dura roller wheels on, but I thought I'd decide to try to make this board look fresh with some fresh blueprint wheels. And these are those same wheels that I showed you in a video on my other channel on how to make the wheels last longer by putting them in the freezer, putting them in a plastic bag, then putting them in the freezer for a certain amount of time. I'll post that video. I'll post the link to that video in the description below. And also going to be using these blueprint bearings. So I figured, hey, that why not just put a blueprint board together with some blueprint wheels with some blueprint bearings. So the first step is probably going to get these nuts and speed washers off. So then I could get started on the process. Dropped another nut. I'm sorry if this video is taking a lot longer. I will be doing some editing to fast forward some of the stuff that you didn't need to hear, or probably don't. That way so I don't waste your time. So let's just get these bearings out of this box, out of this little case here. And now I can get started on put the bearings inside the wheels. Okay, you gotta. Let me get a little closer. You gotta put the bearings inside here, and this is the shield part, which is exactly where you want your wheels to be facing. Sometimes you gotta push it in a little bit, or you can use the truck on this tool to push it in. Watch. Looks like it's in. Yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good. Now I'm just going to add this little piece right inside the middle here, because I like to add a little axle part for protection. Like I said, you can use your truck as a tool to push as a bearing press. Just make sure that the wheel is secured inside, bearings and secured inside the wheel. I realize I gotta push the. Yeah, it looks like it's tight enough. I don't know if I could be able to add washers in there. Darn it. Guess I'll have to push it in even further. Well, now looks like the wheel is completely securely tight in there. You have to push a lot harder, really hard to make sure that it goes in. And now we're gonna add the nut in to hold the wheel in place, and use this part of the tool to screw it in there. But be careful you don't get to make sure that it doesn't touch the bearing, otherwise it's gonna ruin it. Just make sure you have a little space between so your wheel can roll really good. And now I'm just gonna not speak for the rest of this part, and then I can fast forward to it. So looks like I'm done with setting up my new board. Took a lot long. Took a half an hour to set this whole thing up. It's mainly due because of the grip tape work I had to. Well, I probably might not skate until spring, or if I talk to one of my friends on Facebook, to see if we might plan to have a little skateboard trip sometime on Columbus Day weekend. Well, it might not happen. Don't know. Or at least I have my board set up. So you can feel free to comment and rate on this video. You can also subscribe to this channel as well as my main channel on YouTube. And you can also look me up on Facebook. Alright. So thanks for your time, and hopefully this spring I'll be able to do some more trick tips. Maybe I'll even do some trick tips this fall on a few things. Alright, so this is theMdeon signing off.